Glad to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. And the Cavaliers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just
breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Nowhere close to the line to gain as he is ridden out of bounds, and this defense makes a statement. The decision to go for it does not pan out. So Virginia's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we get our first look at Eli Holstein. They added him in the portal from Pittsburgh. A rough day last time out. 3 interceptions matched with 3 sacks. Eli Holstein to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. motion from the wideout. Running inside. It's Lewis. Could be an alley. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Rushes on him, and down he goes.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Gotta have
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Bowers. Looking down the middle. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
And here comes the punt team. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Here's Holstein to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I really like the third down plan here. How are you going to pressure the quarterback? I love the blitz. It fools the offensive line. They get to the quarterback before he has a chance to set his feet, make a nice throw, forcing the fourth down.
And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Here we go. Ready. Flag 14. Ready, go.
The give on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got a chance. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. It'll be a draw. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They give it to him again. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going with the ground game left. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, running back on the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After losing track of the play clock, better keep an eye on it this time. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Holstein. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at him. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. They make the play, force a 4th down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Sooners sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And this coach has got to be happy they get back on track after dropping their last game, and it gets them to 3-1. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back over to your game in Charlottesville. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Holstein. Lost one deep down the right side. Upstairs to make the catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. 3rd down coming. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Bowers. Pocket breaking down. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Virginia sideline. One storyline I've got my eyes on to start this ball game. How is the quarterback moving and throwing? As you remember, really banged up in that game that they lost last week. This is something we got to keep our eyes on. He said he was sore. He didn't miss any practice this week, but he is fighting through some things. I'll let you know what I see from down here on the field. Back to you.
Ollie, keep an eye on that one for us. Finds his tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Under fire! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Gives it on the option. Maybe a crease. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Well, the performance by the offense in the first half was very ugly, and they needed to make some adjustments. Give the coaching staff some credit because they did that. This is a completely different-looking offense here on the first drive of the 3rd quarter. They just look like they're playing with energy. They've got a fire lit under them a little bit. We've seen a few schematic tweaks as well, but they need to keep doing this because this is working.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good timing.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Eli Holstein to throw. Under fire. And they got him.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The run inside. It's Lewis. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. He needed 2 yards, but he just got 1, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Bring in the heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Looking for a man. It's Bowers. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit, and you see more drops.
Right down the middle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Virginia will call its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's a little room there. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Beebe. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the...
And the quarterback caught him too and sacked at the 12. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He wants a big play here late. Pulls in the deep ball. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Cavaliers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he can go. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The clock is at 40 seconds. They'll line up for the onside kick and try to save themselves in the waning moments.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That was pretty to me.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the Liberty Flames kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Flames offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Goes to the option.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed. He can break tackles. He can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
Yeah, he is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
He'll run it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give on the counter. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Swings it out to the flat. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Flames will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And here comes the maestro of this offense. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Got him downfield. Flying down the right side. The 20. Touchdown.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off by saying so much for bad field position, a 91-yard scoring toss. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Looking for a crease. It's Udo. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. Finding some room. And he showed off that stiff arm for a nice pickup on the play.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Flames will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on! Inside the 10. And he will house it. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the option. Now the pitch. Fights off a defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Got room to work. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Basco. On the run, fires downfield. Working on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Flames are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. The short hands, it's Jackson. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Flames come to the line in the hurry-up.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They'll go right back to the run. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. The option look. Keeps it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Quarterback keeps it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 35, he's open. He's loose down the left side. The 20. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. And he'll bring it back. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Down here on the Liberty sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Flames are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Down here on the Liberty sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win. And he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Flames send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the inside give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Scanning the field, it's Bowers. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
The receiver is incomplete. It's now 3rd down.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. To the air on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. The give to Davis. Makes his man miss. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be 3rd down as the clock runs before the half. 1 snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with the Sam Houston Bearcats taking on the New Mexico State Aggies. And it's Sam Houston State coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Flames will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Hey guys, I can tell you that the home team coach told me at the half he is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll go right back to him. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They've got to get points on this drive before this thing gets out of hand. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. And the Flames want to move quickly.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. They'll go to the counter play. And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is 4th down. The Flames line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Flames come out ready to go to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll ride Davis here. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down? And the Flames will punt it away on 4th down. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, checking in from the home team sidelines. There is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The give on the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Tries to get it on the ground. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He's got it again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. They bring the punter onto the field now. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They'll field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes Liberty's offense, and we'll see what they have dialed up for this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Might have a chance. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Running inside. It's Marshall. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
To the ground. He's got it again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. To the ground to try to move the chains. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
And the Liberty offense will take over. 1st and 10.
One more play to pad the stats. The run inside. It's Marshall. And there is no gain on the run, and there is no win for this team as it is over. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This is